Having created a basic flowchart diagram, let's have a look at the Visio screen. Okay, at the very top of your screen you have what's called the title bar. The title bar tells you you're in Microsoft Visio and the name of the file or drawing you're looking at the moment is called Drawing 1. To the very left of the title bar you have what's called the Quick Access Toolbar. The Quick Access Toolbar is designed to host shortcuts for making working with Visio easy. The Quick Access Toolbar currently has 3 buttons: Save, Undo, and this third button called Can't Repeat. What I believe we should do is move the Quick Access Toolbar from being above what they call the ribbon, which is this big huge panel here, to below the ribbon. The reason being, the Quick Access Toolbar is designed to host shortcut buttons, and when we start adding buttons to this toolbar, in a very short span of time it starts banging heads with the title of the document. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to click this button called the Customise Quick Access Toolbar, and I'm going to ask you to then choose Show Below the Ribbon. What you'll notice now is the Quick Access Toolbar is below the ribbon, and now we have all this room here to add shortcuts to work with Visio easily, and it won't compete with the name of the file. In addition to the Quick Access Toolbar and moving it below the ribbon, I would also hit the Customise Quick Access Toolbar button again and turn on all of these options. Save is already on and so is Undo and Redo, but let's turn on New. Now we have a button to quickly create a new diagram or a new document. I'm going to hit the button again and turn on Open. This will enable me to quickly open an existing drawing perhaps I made yesterday. If I click it again, I'm going to turn on Email, Quick Print, Print Preview because we use all these buttons, the Spelling Checker, and lastly Open Recent File. These are very handy buttons to have, and so I've turned them all on. Now there are more commands than those just listed here, so I'm going back into the Customise Quick Access Toolbar and I'm going to choose More Commands. When I go into More Commands, what I see on the right hand side is my Quick Access Toolbar as it stands at the moment. And what I see on the left-hand side are what Microsoft deem as popular commands. I'm going to click this drop down here and I'm going to change popular commands to all commands. And now I can see all the commands in Visio, and there's an awful lot of them. In fact, click in this list and as you wheel down with your mouse, look how many there are. And they're all in alphabetical order. I'm eventually going to go down to a command that begins with S. And the command I'm after is to do with saving, and it's this one here. Save as other format, and it's got a triangle on the right hand side. I'm going to click this command and add it to my Quick Access Toolbar just by hitting the Add button. What I'd like to do is put the two save commands together so my buttons are in logical order. So with this particular command chosen, Save as Other Format, I'm going to use the Move Up button on the far right to move this command up and put it immediately below the Save command. So my two Save commands are together. I'm also going to click this Open Recent File command and using the Move Up button, move this command up and put it under Open. So my two Open commands are together. When I click the OK button, what I'll find is the Quick Access Toolbar, as you see here in the background, will adopt this look. So I'll go OK. And there we are there. The reason I got you to add this particular button using More Commands is because the Save as Other Format has a drop down, hence the triangle. And when I do so, I can save my drawing as a PDF file. PDF stands for a portable document format, and if I want to share my diagram, my Visio diagram, with others who don't have Visio, I'll often send it to them as a PDF because everybody can open up a PDF file. Also, just notice you can save it as a Visio drawing. A Visio drawing has the extension VSD, so if you ever receive a file with full stop VSD on the end of the file name, you can easily say that that's a Visio drawing. And here are some earlier versions of Visio. If I'm sharing my file with somebody who has an old version of Visio, sometimes I'll save it as a Visio 2000 or 2010 drawing as opposed to a Visio 2000. Oh, sorry, did I say Visio 2000, Visio 2002 drawing, as opposed to a Visio 2010 drawing? Now, besides the Quick Access Toolbar, you also have this large panel here known as the ribbon. The only thing I'd say about the ribbon is people keep losing the ribbon by mistake, and how they're achieving this is they're double-clicking the Home tab. If you double click home, you'll effectively lose your ribbon. If you double click home again, you'll bring it back. In fact, if you double click any of these tabs, you'll minimize the ribbon and simply double click to bring it back. So don't be fazed by that. What you also have on the left hand side here is what Visio calls stencils, and so you'll be working with stencils an awful lot while you're working with Visio. Another thing to draw your attention to is the File tab, which appears with a blue background. If in the literature or in these videos I'm asking you to choose File, then I'm asking you to choose this particular ribbon tab, which is the Backstage view. And I'll click Home to get out of File. The status bar is the other part of the screen I'd like to introduce you to. The status bar resides at the bottom of your screen, and here it is here. The status bar is telling me on page 1 of 1, and to the right hand side it's got some really handy buttons for zooming. If you're visually challenged like myself, you can click the plus to zoom in. And now I'm at 185%. If I hit the minus, I zoom out. If I drag the slider, I can increase and decrease just by sliding back and forth. If I hit the percentage, I can actually set the percentage of magnification I wish to view, so I might go for 100% actual size. Some of these other buttons we'll look at later, such as full screen. And also over here, you can choose to fit the page to the current window, which just adjusts it so that you can see the whole page on the screen. And we'll look at the pan and zoom later, and that's basically your status bar. Now also, you can right click the status bar and you can turn things off and on. So what I'd like you to do is right click your status bar and just ensure that everything is turned on. For example, if I turn the page number off, I no longer see in the left hand side of my screen what page I'm on. But if I tick it and click it, now I can see what page I'm on. So these are awfully handy. Also, we need these particular options ticked, otherwise we won't have our zoom controls. For example, if I turn off zoom and I turn off zoom slider and zoom to fit, notice things are disappearing from the right hand side of my screen. So make sure everything's turned on and then just click on the page to get rid of this window.